You don't need to visit a shady website to get hacked anymore. Nowadays, AI-generated malware is slipping past standard defense and into legitimate apps that you use every single day without you even knowing it. It's called silent malware, and it doesn't crash your PC, it just sits there and quietly steals your data over time. So to try to combat this, I tested the top antiviruses to find 3 that actually stop it, plus 1 free option that still holds up. But first, let's rewind for a second because you'll hear the term behavioral analysis thrown around a lot. It sounds like something from a corporate seminar, but it's actually the reason antivirus still works in 2026. Way back in 2010, malware was predictable. The viruses all looked the same, so antivirus software could easily recognize it and block it instantly. But nowadays, threats are more like shapeshifters. Modern AI-driven malware can slightly change its code every time it moves to a new device, which makes old detection methods pretty much useless. So instead of only checking what a file looks like, modern antivirus watches what it does, like trying to access your passwords, change system settings, or connect to suspicious servers. That shift is what separates real protection from software that just looks secure. Okay, so for this video, I tested how these antivirus suites actually behave when something slips past the obvious stuff. Real-world threats, modern attack patterns, and everyday use on normal devices. And if you're new here, this is Safety Detectives, where we test security tools the way that people actually use them, not just how they appear on paper. And if that's useful to you, subscribing helps you keep up when these tools change, because they do. All right, let's count down our list, starting with number 3, which is Bitdefender, the strong, silent type. If you want serious protection that runs quietly in the background without draining performance or turning your laptop into a jet engine, then this is one of the most technically capable options right now. Bitdefender's biggest advantage is its detection engine. It's widely respected across the industry. In fact, parts of it are licensed by other security companies for their own products. And in our testing, it caught every active threat that we introduced while keeping false alerts extremely low, which shows how refined the detection really is. And a lot of that power comes from the advanced threat defense. Instead of only scanning files for known signatures, it analyzes behavior in real time, watching for things like unauthorized system changes, hidden processes, or suspicious script activity. And that's exactly the kind of protection that modern AI-driven threats require. But despite all of that monitoring, it still stays pretty lightweight. Much of the analysis happens in the cloud, so protection stays strong without slowing your system down. Even during full system scans, performance impact stayed relatively low. That said, where Bitdefender feels slightly behind the others is the interface itself. It's not bad, but it can feel like a security suite at times. There are more menus and controls, which power users may appreciate, but beginners might need a minute to find their way around. Also, the included VPN is limited on most plans, so don't assume unlimited coverage there either. But overall, Bitdefender is a great choice if you want powerful, set it and forget it protection, strong detection, low system impact, and a security engine that is genuinely respected across the industry. And if you're relying entirely on the built-in protection that comes with your operating system, then we've already shown you how attackers still work around that in real-world scenarios. It's not fear-mongering, it's just how things work now. All right, number 2 on our list is TotalAV, the user-friendly optimizer. Everything is clearly laid out, so you're not dropped into a complicated dashboard. You open it, run a scan, and it clearly tells you what needs attention with one button to fix it. And that straightforward design is a big reason people actually keep it installed long-term. But don't be fooled, because ease of use doesn't mean weak protection. In our testing, TotalAV blocked around 99% of threats, including ransomware, Trojans, and phishing attempts. It did produce slightly more false alerts than Norton or Bitdefender, but not enough to disrupt everyday use. But where TotalAV really separates itself is the system tune-up tools. Alongside malware scanning, it cleans junk files, removes tracking cookies, and helps manage startup apps all in one process. And that combination doesn't just protect your system, it helps keep it running smoothly over longer periods of time. Scan times on TotalAV are a little bit longer than Norton's, but the performance impact stayed minimal during our testing. You also get a built-in password manager with secure storage, autofill, and cross-device sync, though advanced features like password sharing aren't included. Overall, TotalAV is ideal if you want protection that feels simple, useful, and practical day-to-day, with security that also helps your PC stay fast without adding complexity. But that brings us to number 1 on today's list, Norton, the all-in-one fortress. This ends up being the easiest recommendation for most people because it covers more than just malware. Day-to-day, it quietly blocks phishing attempts, flags suspicious behavior early, and runs in the background without getting in your way. Under the hood, Norton uses machine learning and heuristic analysis, which basically means it looks at how programs behave, not just what they look like. And again, that's exactly what you need against modern AI-driven threats. But where Norton really pulls ahead is the full security suite around the antivirus. You're getting dark web monitoring, an unlimited data VPN, cloud backup, and password manager all in one place. On US plans, there's also LifeLock identity protection, which focuses on recovery support if your information is actually compromised. Norton also has a 100% virus protection promise, so if it can't remove a virus from your device, you're eligible for a full refund. But despite all those features, performance is really solid as well. In our testing, full scans finish quickly, though you might notice a slight slowdown while they run. It does cost a bit more than simpler tools, and some features depend on the plan that you choose, but if you want one install that handles prevention, privacy, and backup support if something goes wrong, then Norton earns the top spot. And remember, protection doesn't stop at your laptop. Phones are part of the attack surface now too, and we've already tested how this performs on mobile in everyday use. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about the free option, because not everyone wants to pay for security, and that's totally fair. Lucky for you, Panda Free is one of the few free antiviruses that still feels usable. In our testing, its scanner detected around 95% of malware, and its real-time protection stopped all active threats that we introduced, which is pretty solid. It stays lightweight because most of the analysis happens in the cloud, so it's a good fit for older or low-powered machines. Full scans do run a bit slower, and you'll see more false positives compared to something like Norton or Bitdefender, but for basic coverage, it holds up really well. What really makes Panda different is the USB rescue kit. If a computer is already infected and barely usable, then you can create a bootable USB on another device and clean the system from outside Windows. It's the kind of recovery tool that most people don't even think about until they really need it. All of that is great, just remember it is free, and that means upgrade prompts, fewer privacy tools, and no identity protection or full VPN coverage. This is baseline protection, not a complete security suite. But if spending money isn't an option right now, then Panda Free works as a solid backup plan, but it's not meant to replace a full-featured antivirus long-term. And if you're on Windows 11 specifically, we've already done a deep dive into why some setups look protected but really aren't. That context helps a lot here, especially with how modern threats actually get through. So here's how all of this shakes out in real life. Norton 360 is the all-in-one option. Strong protection, privacy tools, backup, and identity monitoring all in one place. TotalAV is the easiest to live with because it keeps things simple, protects your system, and helps clean it up at the same time. Bitdefender is the power choice, excellent detection, low system impact, and true set it and forget it security. And lastly, Panda Free works as a basic safety net, not a full suite, but a solid fallback if you're sticking to free tools. Today, the real risk is assuming that older protection still keeps up with modern day AI malware. As we talked about, cyber threats evolve fast, and so do the discounts, so check out the links down in the description for the latest exclusive offers on all of these top picks. But that's all for this video. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.